Hello, you magnificent being, and welcome to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast that is dedicated to helping you achieve your goals no matter how big or small they may be. I'm your host, and together we will explore the strategies, tools, and mindsets that you need to turn your dreams into reality. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a student, or a working professional, this podcast will provide you with actionable insights and practical advice to help you succeed in your personal and professional life. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of goal accomplishment. Welcome to today's Quick Tips episode, where we're going to be discussing, in essence, basically giving you a practical guide to becoming a goal getter. And the purpose of this is to teach you how you can achieve your dreams. Now, I am Harvard certified, 2-time 30 under 30 honoree, and Forbes Next 1000 nominated creator of the self-help app and Goal Accomplishment Made Easy. And for a little context, for those of you that don't know who I am, I feel like it's important for me to give you backstory, because sometimes when I give you what to do, it can seem oversimplified or easier said than done. And I know sometimes when we see people that are successful, it's like, bitch, of course, it's easy for you to say, like, look where the fuck you're at. Like, I am not there. I'm still trying to make this happen. I'm nowhere near where you are. So when you're giving me these tips and da-da-da-da-da, I'm not truly believing that you've done it for yourself. And I want to give you some background about me so that you know that, yes, I have done it for myself, because our good sis started her adulthood journey out sleeping in a car. Okay, that was hashtag my first adult home, baby, in the park, in a car. Being oh so rudely awakened to a police officer tapping on my window, telling me that I can't be there. Hashtag rude, interrupting my nap. So, if I didn't say it already, my name is Desiree. That's first. And I am someone who, like many of you, probably have faced a lot of challenges and setbacks, but you knew that you wanted more for your life. You knew that you were destined for great things. It's just, when you close your eyes, you can clearly envision what you want for your life. Clearly. It's like you're there. But when you wake up, you're surrounded by circumstances that aren't adding up to what you're looking for. The math is not mathing, and you're surrounded by undesirable things, right? So when I was homeless and I was sleeping in the car and I got laid off at the onset of COVID, and my funds were not funding, okay, but they were depleting, I had to make some tough decisions, because I had already faced a lot of challenges up to then. And I don't know if you can relate to this, but if you're someone that has faced challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge, it starts to, one, feel like your role has just become to be this tough person, to be this strong individual. And so you know that you're destined for greater things, but it's just your circumstances aren't adding up to that yet. So for me, I'd faced a lot of back-to-back challenges, and I was tired, and quite frankly, I was over it. And so I had two choices, because I'd hit the final straw. Basically, I've had the final straw, and I had two choices. And those two choices literally were do or die. And I was leaning heavily, my good sis, towards the latter. And before I decided to do that, I said that I was going to go for every single dream that I've ever had. And I started putting things into the works to try to make some of those things happen. Like, I always wanted to be an author. I didn't have a choice on becoming an entrepreneur, because I lost my job at the onset of COVID. So people were firing, not hiring. And what I'm not about to do is be out there in them streets again, because hashtag homeless, 1 time, okay, 2 times, 3 times, sis. But 4, 5, 6. I know what they say. A man will fall down 6 times, but just man will fall, get up 7. No, we're not trying to get to 7 times. No, you're not learning your lesson at this point. No, not being homeless again. So I literally had a choice to make. And I started to monetize the skills that I had. So meaning there were things that I was good at, things that I did a job, or like other talents that I had, and I started selling those as expertise. And that little side hustle survival tactic ended up turning into a full-fledged profitable business that is making me 3 times what I was making at the job that I got laid off from. And the skill sets that I've learned from doing that for myself is what got me into Forbes magazine. It's what got me nominated for a Forbes list. Me deciding that I was going to continue my education and go back to school and hone my skills and really learn from the greats on how to make these things happen. Not just from my personal experience, but how do big companies and big, names and brands make XYZ happen. And that's how I became Harvard certified. That book that I wanted to publish, it's now being sold by Walmart and Barnes & Noble in all the places. And so when I give you these tips, it's not because I'm trying to oversimplify this. It's because I'm trying to give you the overarching overview of what you need to do. And if you're ever like, okay, you're giving me what to do, but I'm kind of struggling on the how, just sign up to work with me 1-to-1. I got you. Now, let's dive in. I know some of you are connectors, and some of you are like, I just want to dig right into it. I don't need all that foreplay. I just want to get into the steps. I came here for the steps on what to do. That's what I'm here for. What I've learned, because I released 10 episodes of season 2 last week, and a lot of you were saying that the tips were great, but it was my first time interacting with you, and I wanted to learn a little bit more about you and like your background and that kind of thing. So for the people that want to connect and they need to, hear who the person is before they get the tips, that part is for you. For the people that are like me, where it's like, girl, I could listen. It's nice hearing your story and all that, but what I really came for is not that. I need you to tell me what to do so I can get this back. Listen, I don't blame you. So we're going to dig right in, okay? Step number 1. Well, first things first. More connection. I'm sorry, girl. I know. We all have dreams and aspirations, right? But turning them into reality can be challenging. You know this. That's why you're here. So the key to achieving your dreams is setting goals and taking action. I'm going to be sharing here effective strategies for becoming a goal getter and turning your dreams into reality, right? So step number 1 is get specific. The first step in achieving your dreams is getting specific about what you want to achieve. For example, rather than saying, I want to be healthier, try something more specific, such as, I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 6 months. And make sure your goals are clear, concise, and align with your vision. Step number 2, create a plan. Once you've defined your goals, create a plan for achieving them, and then break them down into smaller, more manageable steps and create a timeline for each one. So, for example, if your goal is to lose 10 pounds in 6 months, you could break that down into losing 2 pounds per month. Then create a plan for achieving this by exercising for 30 minutes a day and cutting back on sugar and processed foods, right? Step number 3, stay motivated. Staying motivated is essential to achieving your goals. Find what works for you, whether it's tracking your progress or celebrating small wins or seeking support from friends and family. But you need to have some kind of system in place to help you stay motivated. So, for example, this could look like keeping a journal to track your progress and celebrate small wins, such as, sticking to your exercise routine for the week. And alternatively, you could find a workout buddy to help you stay accountable and motivated, right? There's all kinds of options. But you got to figure out what works for you, because motivation is subjective to the person. And it always changes. What might motivate you today may not motivate you tomorrow. This thing that you used to motivate you yesterday may not motivate you the same way the next day. And so constantly checking in with yourself and seeing what things motivate you is key. Okay? Step number 4. Overcome obstacles. Obstacles and setbacks are inevitable, but they don't have to derail your progress. Learn how to overcome them and stay focused on your goals. So, for example, if your exercise routine is disrupted by travel or illness, find alternative ways to stay active, such as doing a yoga video or something in your hotel room, or going for a walk instead. Like, there's always a workaround. Now, you may not be able to go as heavy into it as you would have if you weren't sick, or if you were at home. But there's always an alternative that you can take so that you're still making progress and hitting your goal. Step number 5, take action. Ultimately, achieving your dreams requires taking action. So take consistent, intentional steps towards your goals, and don't let fear or self-doubt hold you back. So, if you are nervous about trying a new type of exercise, remind yourself of your goals and take the first steps towards trying it out. I know that taking action can be scary, especially if you're someone that the action that you take is most likely going to have an audience and open you up to critique and criticism and all the things. Who the fuck wants to do that? I know that it's going to be hard. Anything that you decide that you want to do that involves audience, it can be scary. It can be intimidating, because who wants to get negative feedback from people? Who wants to get made fun of or anything like that? And segue, wanting to prevent that is what makes some people have this kind of perfectionism type of thing, where it's like, okay, well, I can't do this and this and this yet because it's not perfect, and it needs to be perfect, one, so that I can get good feedback from the people that are going to see it. But sometimes you just have to take what you have and run with it. There was a quote that I saw, and it literally changed my life. It literally was a catalyst when I'd lost my job at the onset of COVID. That was the reason I decided I'm going to go for the dreams that I have. I'm just going to go for it. And this quote said, it was from Judge Lynn Toller. I think that's how you say her last name, Toller. And the quote said, if I would have waited to cross the street until I had all my ducks in a row, I would have never crossed. And I don't know if that hit you like it hit me, but for me, it was like, you know what? I've had this vision, I've had this plan for 4 years now, and I've been trying to like kind of work the plan, but like the situation hasn't been perfect yet for me to really, go at it the way I want to. And so what I had to do instead was just try anyways. And just trying gives you way more progress than waiting for something to come out perfectly. That's just how it is. And so even with this podcast, my first time around with it was a flop. Heck, this time around could be a flop, but you got to take action in order to get to where you're trying to go, so that you can learn and tweak and make the adjustments necessary that are going to help you be successful, right? So, in conclusion, becoming a goal-getter is all about taking action and staying focused on your dreams. Not the feedback you're going to get, or the critique, or people potentially making fun of you that aren't even on your plane of success that you're going to be on. Like, we're not focusing on them. We're focusing on where we're trying to go. And you know that doing X, Y, and Z is going to help you get there. You can't focus on them, because there's going to be a cajillion times more people that rock with you and support you than these funky ass people that got some stuff to say and they ain't even good in their own lives. Okay? So, Get specific about your goals. Create a plan. Stay motivated. Overcome obstacles and take actions. And with these strategies, you can achieve your dreams and become the ultimate goal setter. And I know that some of these things are easier said than done. So as always, tap the link in the notes and see what kind of support options fit what you're looking for. If you need monthly support / accountability with a group of people, we have that. If you want weekly support / accountability, just one-on-one, not with the group, you can also do it with the group. But if you want weekly one-to-one accountability sessions, I got that. One-to-one coaching, we got that. If you want access to resources to be able to help you hit your goals, the Goal Accomplishment Made Easy resource portal is that, and it's going to help you build the consistency and discipline needed to get and stay on track with hitting your goals. So I've literally thought of all the things for you. I've mapped it out for you, and I've created them for you because they were what I needed when I was sleeping in that damn car in the park. So, as always, you have everything it takes to live the life that you envision. And you are worthy and more than capable of making it happen. And so, if you are on this path to success and to living out your dreams, and you're being faced with obstacles, don't automatically cower because the challenge seems bigger than you, because the opponent seems bigger than you. You're here just like they're here. And you started this path for a reason. And you need to commit to yourself that you are not leaving until you get what you came for. And if there is something standing in your way, we do not retreat. So, square up. Because you are not leaving until you get what you came for. You got what it takes. Till next time. Thank you for tuning in to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy. Remember, achieving your goals doesn't have to be a solo journey. Don't forget to join our Goal Accomplishment Made Easy Facebook group to connect with like-minded individuals. Download the self-help app to access our resource portal and join our recurring support and accountability sessions to keep you on track towards reaching your goals. Thanks again for listening, and until next time, keep crushing those goals, you magnificent being.